These are all the collectibles in chapter 2 of Dead Space, and we're going to start off at the very beginning of the chapter, and we're going to also start with the trophy pop. Normally we end with that, but that's the trophy you get for ending chapter 1. But at the beginning of chapter 2, there is a Kinesis module right here. You want to pick that up, and we're going to find another one nearby. First, we're going to actually use this Kinesis ability to move objects out of our way, and then we're going to travel along the story path, so don't worry about getting lost. So next up is the pulse rifle. So here we have to use the Kinesis, and we're going to move these big boxes out of the way and take the ramp straight in front of us all the way up. And we're going to head upstairs into the medical tram station. And here you're going to see a security guard who is dying. Once they pass away completely, you can then pick up the pulse rifle and it is yours. So next up is going to be the node. That was the location of the previous one. This node is going to be going through the imaging diagnostics area. You're going to find this one on a wall. We have to first move this little box out of the way. Pick that up. And we're going to find the node just around the corner here. You're going to see we need a power plug to put into there. But before we do that, we're going to go into this room over here. And this is where we're going to find the node, right on the wall. Now, be careful of uninvited guests, of course. So once we got that, we're going to exit this room and we're going to grab the power cord and we're going to put it in the spot and be able to interact with the fuses. So go ahead and put this into place, and we are going to interact with the circuit breaker and flip the left switch here. Turn it on, and now we're just going to turn around, and behind this we're going to just head straight back and then into this room here.
Patient log retrieved.
The reports from the colony. He's lucky to have his faculties.
All right, so we're going to head back to that earlier circuit breaker, and we're going to now hit the second one, the elevator switch. Now we're going to go upstairs here, and we're going to go into a hallway and enter an observation room. We'll find this one on a bed. Just be careful of, again, these little crawling things. You're going to have to use your Kinesis ability to move this platform over as well. And then we'll just hop across and we'll go find the room. Okay, just go into the room just across the hall here, and you're going to find it in the bed in the right corner. All right, so you're going to get a few story-related logs, and then eventually you're going to come across a schematic. This is for pulse rounds. Now, this is going to be just after entering the coolant pipelines. And you know this area because you got the 0G. You can kind of fly around. You're going to fly down and inside this door. It's going to be just to the left as you enter this room. So after this, head to the quarantine in the main lab, and we're going to go inside and have a whole bunch of enemies that we're going to have to fight. So the main lab here, it's 2 stories. We're going to start on the 2nd floor. You have to clear all the enemies on the top floor and the bottom floor. Now, once you've cleared them all, the lights will return. They'll come back on, and we're looking for a couple rooms. First, we're going to go into Dr. Brennan's office. Again, this is on the 1st floor. Her office is right here. His office, their office. Inside of here is a audio log. We're going to go ahead and pick this up. And there's also going to be a second collectible in here. And this is also going to start the side mission called Scientific Methods. Following this guide, though, don't worry, you'll get all of it. Now, also in this room in the corner is going to be another log. This is the Anonymized Transcript. So now that we're done with this room, we're going to go out, exit this room, and go into a room across the way. And this is Dr. T. Kine's office. It's going to be over here to the right. As soon as you enter, just look to the left along the wall and you'll see it. Of course, make sure you're exploring the rest of the area as well. All right, so now that we got that, we're going to go into the bathroom. It's actually on the back side of this office, so we have to leave and circle around to the left. In the stall is going to be a log. because of course that's where you leave your logs.
Dr. Charles Mercer.
Okay, so now we are moving across into this next area, the main lab. This is near Dr. Brennan's office. Inside of here, you're going to find the Stasis pack schematics. So after that, we're heading into the Biological Prosthetics Center. You're going to see a man here on the other side of that glass. He's going to talk at you for a few moments. Stand by this door over here to the left. He will eventually open it, or something will eventually open it. Straight back to the right corner is going to be another audio log. Okay, now that you've got that, we're going to take this little elevator just next to us. And we're going to go upstairs and then go through a couple doors inside to the limb stimulation therapy. So up and then through 2 doors, and we'll find it on a wall in the corner. Okay, so you're going to have a couple more story-related logs given to you along the story path, and you will eventually come to a weapon upgrade. This is for the cartridge rack for the plasma cutter. This is going to be in the area where you're going to be placing a bomb. Once you place the bomb, you're going to have to hide behind a glass blast shield over here to the right. So once you plant the bomb, go into the little room and you'll blow it up. And then we're going to go ahead and enter the next clinic area, and then we'll find this sitting on the bench. It'll be just to the left as you enter the next room. We will enter this room later and get a collectible, the next room. A little bit later, we just don't have the clearance in order to access the medicine cabinet on the wall. We will come back for that. Make sure you get that upgrade part there. Okay, so now we're going to go inside the emergency room, so just follow the signs to there. And we're going to find this one sitting on a bed. It's going to be back here to the right. Now, you may notice there's a hologram thing going on, and that's in a scripted event. After you pick this up, go over to where that event is happening and just observe. Through the process of observation, you're going to see this doctor start to walk off and then eventually disappear. Oh, we're going to go find a secret room. And inside of there, we'll be able to complete this step of the scientific method quest. Pick up an audio log as well. You just have to wait here. Now, you can go back there first, and if you do, you might break it. The order of operations will be kind of switched around. If that's the case, there's an actual panel you can activate back where the hologram was. But you're going to interact with that circuit breaker there, the left one, and it's going to open up an area here where we're going to be able to pick up this audio log. And once you picked up this audio log, we're going to go back to that circuit breaker, and we're going to turn off that left switch. That's all we're going to do. And that'll reveal a power core. And we're going to use this to open the door behind us. And for whatever reason, hold L2 and circle. There we go. Don't drop it. All right, so we're going to put this in, and that door in front of us is going to unlock. And there's going to be a whole bunch of creatures coming at us, so just be warned. So I'm going to go through this door here in a second, and nobody's going to be behind it, so I've already cleared it. So go in and then turn right, and we're just going to keep following this path all the way around. We're going to find the next big door that we have to enter for the story path is right in front of us. There is also a collectible just to the right of it. We'll come back in just a moment for that, though. Keep following this around the end of this hallway. There's going to be 2 collectibles, an audio log.
Mercer.
And then there's also going to be a node on the wall as well. So that was Colony's Problems audio log, and then we have the node just to the right on the wall. Okay, so now we're going to actually back travel just a little bit to that door that we passed. Continue the story path.
Security Security
On that wall just to the right, you're going to see that little envelope symbol. That is your audio log. Make sure you interact with that. That's the rats in the walls log. Okay, so now we're going to continue around. You use an elevator and you're going to enter the morgue. So just follow the signs to the morgue. You're going to have this little sequence here. Story path. So again, from the previous area, just keep following the signs in the morgue. It's not that confusing. All right, so that's a little elevator ride. Once you get out of the elevator, go through the next door and you're in the morgue. There's a collectible and autopsy report log sitting over here. And then there's also a little side room that you're going to go into. That is where you're going to get security clearance level 1. Now that we have security clearance level 1, we'll have to actually backtrack to 2 different logs that we had to pass. Well, one of them's not backtracking, the other one is.
Isaac, what's your status?
So the next step is to go through this door here. Again, you just got the security clearance.
Clearance confirmed.
And we're going to take this back. This is a shortcut path back to an earlier part in the level. And we're just going to continue with this live video call. After the elevator, and when you get off, just go through the door straight in front of you. And then you're going to see the wall thing. This is where we got the plasma cutter upgrade earlier. Just couldn't open this. But now, in order to get the last node, we have to travel all the way back. We're going to go through the diagnostics wing, through the coolant pipelines, I believe it's called, and then to the 0G therapy area. So just go through the security station here, go through this door, and we should be able to find our way to this 0G area pretty easily. It is a bit of a trail though. There's the coolant pipelines, as I mentioned, and then we're going to find the 0G area. And we will have to fly up. You hold that L1 and R1 to fly. Here's the 0G area.
Entering zero gravity.
Okay, so look to the left-hand side and you're going to find another little locker thing. Right through this door right here. You can see the security clearance. You couldn't get through it earlier.
Clearance confirmed.
Okay, when you go in here, it's very dark. It's very small, though. The item you're looking for is, as soon as the door opens, immediately to the right. Just walk in and look to the right. Otherwise, you'll get confused and spin around in circles like I'm doing. And this is the final collectible of Chapter 2. Of course, Chapter 3 is going to be next. Make sure you click on Chapter 3 here, or just jump into the playlist if you'd like to see a different chapter. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please hit that like button and subscribe.